message. Well, this is going to be your love reading. Doesn't. This is for fire sign placements, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Be sure to flip and switch the roles, genders, and place yourself where you fit in the story. Okay, so let's see. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What do they need to know and love right now? New, old, whatever. What do they need to know about their love life right now? Okay, so we got influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. So fire signs, either this is you or somebody else. Somebody is letting outside influences interfere with their love life, whether it's an ex, their family, the opinions of others, addictions, friends, whatever it is. What else for the fire signs? Sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Yeah, you know, somebody here could have lost a chance at a connection with somebody because of letting somebody, because they could have got distracted, easily influenced. Or this is what's going to happen. What else? Soulmates, the air signs got this. So you could be dealing with somebody that has air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they embody that type of energy. So you may want to go check out the air signs. You guys always show up in each other's readings a lot. Makes sense because you guys are sister signs. Aries is Libra sister sign, Sag is Gemini sister sign, and Leo is Aquarius's sister sign. So you guys should probably always watch the air sign readings as well. But soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. What's influences for the fire signs? Only you, devoted, attached, and crave. Somebody, there's people around somebody that's trying to sway somebody from another person. This could be somebody's family. This could be, again, an ex of somebody's. What's the friends? Sorrow. Why is sorrow here? Return, silence, frozen, no words, stone wall. So somebody here could have ghosted you because they're in regret, or you ghosted somebody because you're in regret. Somebody's ghosting somebody or not talking to somebody because they're in regret. What's sorrow? Nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul, and finding. You know, for some of you guys, I feel like there's going to be a loss, whether this is a loss in a relationship, a connection, a family, or whatever is going on. It's going to teach somebody self-love. Somebody may have to, it may have cost it, somebody may have to, you know, sometimes people have to miss out or lose people or someone in order to, like, because when you let other people influence your decisions about who you want to be with or what your heart really desires, that comes from a place of, there's like a lack of self-love there. With soulmates? And ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and good time, and loyalty. Trusting, reliability, and believing. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings, second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. Yeah. Something, yeah. You know, somebody could have chose somebody that they thought was a soulmate, but it could have been something like with soulmate and ecstasy, something was just lust, it was just passion, it could have been an illusion, maybe it was a thrill, and or somebody's confusing this with a soulmate or somebody that they have a deep love. But somebody here confused lust and passion with love, and that's the problem too. Whatever this loss or grief or depression is going to teach somebody how to love themselves, because that's what somebody here needs. What's influences and only you for the fire signs? Yeah, the Hierophant in reverse. Somebody also has outdated beliefs. There's somebody around someone. There's like hypocrites Taurus energy, you or somebody can have Taurus in their chart, fire signs. Somebody, you know, with the Hierophant in reverse could be a lack of commitment, but this can also be somebody that's part of an organization, or that somebody could be misusing religion. Somebody could be trying to use religion or use some type of belief system to keep somebody stuck to them, or somebody's keeping themselves stuck by some type of outdated thinking when it comes to relationships, dynamics. Somebody also could be getting a divorce, or somebody here, this could have been an arranged marriage, or one of those, okay, well, we had a child young, or, you know, we've been together this long, let's just get married, or let's just do this, or let's just do that. Somebody could, around somebody could also be giving people, misleading people. The Hierophant in reverse is a somebody here being misguided, or misguiding people with like not good information or opinions. What's Hierophant in reverse? The Nine of Cups. Somebody can also be in an open relationship, an open marriage. Yeah, somebody's not single. I feel like somebody here is two-faced, or somebody here plays both sides. Somebody's not, or somebody here they want to look like they're a family or partner, but really they act like they're single, or they want to be single. Nine of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. What's this Ace of Pentacles? The Hierophant. Yeah, somebody here, yeah, Virgo, and we got the Five of Cups here. Mars and Scorpio. Yeah, somebody's in regret. I feel like somebody's in deep regret. I feel like somebody here was being selfish. They were being indulgent. I feel like somebody chose a quick thrill or a passion or a third party or whatever attachments. They listened to the advice from their peers or somebody around them. And I feel like with everything that glitters is not gold. And somebody could be realizing that with this Hermit. Somebody here could be going within. Somebody also could be realizing whoever they were loyal to was not loyal to them. You or someone can have Virgo in their chart. Somebody here, you may not be talking to somebody. I don't know if you ghosted this person or they ghosted you, but I feel like somebody here is going within to reflect. Yeah. With the Five of Cups here, somebody's in regret. Somebody could have went back to somebody. Something cost somebody a new opportunity, a wish fulfillment, because of some type of outside influence. We got influences here. Somebody fucked up. And they lost something of value making a decision with their penis or vagina. Somebody here did something impulsively and reckless. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Scorpio, particularly November Sag, November Scorpio. Somebody here did something recklessly and they lost a lot of money possibly, or they lost something or someone of value. So you may not be talking to this person, or cross watcher, fire signs, may not be talking to you because they fucked up. Somebody knows they fucked up. Somebody turned their back on a Two of Cups for a Three of Cups. With sorrow, loss, grief, depression, nourish, self-growth, self-focus, and soul-finding. Somebody's now doing soul-searching with this Hermit here because they kept letting a third party. Somebody could have let a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or another Sag, heavy Sag here, or a friend, gossip, addictions, overindulgences, a lifestyle, or a person get in the way. Yeah, somebody let outside influences get in the way. Somebody could be a December Capricorn, December Sag. Somebody here chose a third party who has cheated on them with their friends, or who has cheated on them with other men, other women, who's only using them for money, or who's very abusive. Like, that's what somebody here went back to or chose. That's who somebody made. Yeah, now somebody is unhappy. Somebody went back to somebody from their past, or somebody that they, or if this was a brand new person that they went towards, something about this person was really familiar. So maybe this person reminded them of somebody, or they could have been a past life soulmate, but it was karmic. It wasn't what they were supposed to be doing. And that's who somebody ghosted or somebody for, with sorrow and nourish, or chose. Yeah, the cycle is closed. There's no coming back from this. Hold on. And for a lot of you guys, this cycle naturally closed, or you naturally close this out by simply just loving on yourself. Some of you guys, the last time somebody ghosted you, or the last time somebody made you an empty promise, was the last time. And not because you said, oh, that was the last time, but because you could be in this reflective space where you were being devoted, you were whatever. Somebody fell into their cravings, their addictions, their desires. Again, like I said, somebody made a decision off their penis or vagina, and it cost them. And the cycle is closed. Somebody's going to have no choice but to do soul searching because of this. Especially when they find out the person that they chose over somebody else is just not good, and has already showed them time and time again that they're not good, or somebody keeps choosing the same type of woman or men to indulge in or indulge with. The world here, fixed sign energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. You can have fixed sign placements, or you're dealing with somebody that does. The world here. What's the world? Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody you met online, or somebody could be doing a lot of online dating, or this could be a long distance relationship. The Eight of Swords here in reverse. Yeah, a lot of you guys are coming out of some type of psychological imprisonment. If this situation had you mentally binded, or mentally restricted, or conflicted, you're no longer in that. You're focusing on yourself. For some of you guys, this situation could have put you, or it may put you in a depression. You may grieve. This loss may really hurt, but it's gonna really put you guys in a better. It's gonna put you guys in a better space. I'm telling you. Something could have really had you guys bound for a long time for some of you, or it doesn't really matter how long. Eight of Swords in reverse. Somebody also could have went through a lot of psychological abuse in a relationship or situation. I feel like some of you guys are learning how to trust your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, look right, smell right, you're not doing it. You're not going. High Priestess here. Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, the Hangman. I feel like a lot of you guys are shifting your perspective. You're surrendering something. You're letting it go. The Star card, Aquarius. A lot of you guys are getting clear. Yeah, somebody here is getting clarity. Yeah. Somebody here is going back. This could have been an on again, off again connection. Somebody here could be trying to somebody here could have gotten clarity. Somebody's listening to their intuition. This Page of Cups here. Somebody's following their inner voice. All right. They're getting clarity with the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, the Star card, Aquarius. Somebody's also becoming more vulnerable, more transparent, or they will be. Somebody could also be having a shift in perspective. Pisces here with the Hangman. What's the High Priestess? Five of Swords. I feel like somebody here knows the truth, but they're not saying anything. They're keeping it to themselves. Somebody's going to move accordingly. Because with certain people, it doesn't really make sense to confront them. They're going to gaslight you. They're gonna say you're crazy. They're going to say you're overreacting. They're going to say that they're going to just try to flip the script. And when you love people, and when you want to see the best in people, when you want to believe somebody can do right, it's going to be easy to be swindled. Because they're going to say the things that you want them to say, because your heart is still yearning for them. So that's why when you realize something is off, sometimes it's best to keep it to yourself. You know, unless it's like the first time, but if you notice a pattern where somebody just, you always catching somebody doing something, or you always sense that somebody's doing something, and then when you confront them, they say you're crazy, they say you're this, they say you're that, and they tell you what you want to hear, and then you ignore your intuition. Don't do that. Venus in Aquarius, Five of Swords. Yeah, Two of Wands. I also feel like somebody here, also, a lot of you guys are protected by anybody that's just trying to come in and play mind games with you. Again, because you're focused on self-growth, you're self-focused, you're soul-searching. You're not going to be, if you were swindled by people or a particular person before, that's not going to happen again. It's just not. I feel like a lot of you guys are more careful, more strategic when it comes to your decisions and your planning and who you date, who you deal with, who you invest your time with, all of that. Somebody's also being strategic and keeping their moves and keeping their plans and stuff like that to themselves. Two of Wands. Yeah, somebody's being quiet on what they know. Somebody knows something about what somebody did, or what they know, or what they saw, or what they heard, but they're keeping it to themselves. It's you know, this could be a smart thing for somebody. Somebody's just like, la 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 la, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not even gonna say nothing. It is what it is. It hurts, but somebody's gonna heal though. Some of you guys, if somebody ghosted you over the weekend or during the week, or they were supposed to do something with you, or they keep curving you, you guys know why. Or if you keep doing this to somebody, they know why. They're not going to say anything to you. They're going to just, the cycle is done. Somebody's not even mad or angry. They're just done. They're not interested. They're just done. Somebody's just deciding to heal. Yeah, and some of you guys have new love coming in. Somebody, yeah, and somebody, again, if there's mind games being played, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Somebody's already on to the next, or they're open for the next. No. And people got to understand, like, people will try to say, like, oh, well, you didn't really love me, or they didn't love me if they didn't chase me, or if they didn't, how come they didn't get mad and crash out when I ghosted them for the 1,000,000th time, or when I said I was going to do something and didn't do it for the 100th time, or if they was really into me, they would compete or fight for me. Anybody that loves themselves is not fighting for something or someone that has repeatedly showed them they cannot be trusted, relied upon, or worthy. It's just only a person who does not know their value and worth will keep going in circles with the same person or the same type of experiences with different people. That's just and if you find yourself going through that, again, there could be a need to just focus on nourishing yourself. Maybe take a break from dating, or take a break from a particular person. For some of y'all need to surrender something. Somebody here need to make a sacrifice. That's just what it is. Somebody here can't serve two masters. They can't live a double life. They can't play both sides. And for some of you guys, somebody was trying to do that, and that's why they lost. A cycle is closed. Soulmates, deep love, unity, connection, ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. What's soulmates and ecstasy? Seven of Cups in reverse. Three of Swords, Six of Wands in reverse. Somebody got their ass embarrassed. Go watch the fire sign reading I did before this one for the upcoming week. It talks about that, how somebody here somebody here did something over the weekend, or something about this upcoming week, or maybe sometime this month, that they end up getting embarrassed and feeling humiliated. Somebody's realizing whoever they thought was their soulmate, whoever they thought was their person, whoever they curved you for, or whoever somebody curved whoever for, was somebody's getting a rude awakening. It was an illusion. Somebody missing an opportunity, chasing thrills, chasing a good time. Whether they told themselves that was going to be the last time or whatever, they wasn't supposed to do something. They wasn't supposed to make that same choice or decision again, and they did, and the opportunity has been missed. Yeah, somebody could have put y'all in a third party, or you did. Yeah, now somebody feels embarrassed. Something could also be going on with somebody's sexuality. Yeah, somebody made a decision off their penis and vagina. I'm telling you, the Lovers is sex, sexuality. The Ace of Wands, a male phallic. And the Ace of Cups, also waterfall. Yeah, somebody here did something based off of sex. And they're realizing that. Somebody also chases shiny things. Somebody has shiny thing syndrome. Somebody's also very easily distracted, and you can't trust or commit or be with somebody that somebody has a wandering eye, or it's like somebody here can't keep their legs closed or keep their dick to themselves. Like they just have to taste and try everything that looks good to them, and you can't deal with nobody like that. Somebody also can have addictions. 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, somebody makes decisions off of fantasy. Somebody here was chasing a fantasy, or somebody gets easily beguiled by men or women. If they look a certain way, if they say what they want to hear, if they stroke their ego, if they chase them, if they kissing their ass, they like that. And that's why they keep getting got every time. And then they cry and wonder why they can't find a good man or a good woman, or why they keep getting used, abused, and played with and traumatized by men or women. They keep choosing the same type of people, or they keep going back to the same person or whatever. Page of Wands. Yeah, the Star. Somebody may also could have caught something that they have to take meds for. I got that heavy in the fire signs upcoming week message. Please go watch that. The Star card, Aquarius energy. What's the Star? Yeah, 4 of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. Somebody could also want to restore something with you guys. Maybe somebody's waking up to this connection. Some of you guys may end up friend zoning somebody, or somebody may friend zone you. I feel like somebody here wants something new, and that's going to shock somebody. Somebody doesn't want to go back. Somebody doesn't want to deal with somebody from the past no more. Somebody's going to end up getting rejected. Somebody spreads their energy too thin. If they say they're going to come over and see you, they don't, because somebody else caught their attention, or something else was more fun to do, and that's what somebody does, and somebody's lost interest. It's over, like for good. This is a catch me in the next lifetime type of thing. Star. Yeah, 3 of Wands. I feel like somebody here always thinks the grass is greener. They get bored easily. The most intimacy somebody can give anybody is just sex. That's it. Their heart is not open. They're not vulnerable. They're not transparent. They're not honest. The most intimacy you're going to get from somebody is seeing them naked. 3 of Wands, Aries sun energy. And somebody has saw a lot of naked bodies, so somebody doesn't even value sex or naked bodies or intimacy in that way, because somebody here treats sex and that like a sport. They don't care. 3 of Wands. Yeah, 8 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody here could have blocked somebody. Somebody's turning their back on somebody. Mercury and Sag. Somebody also didn't follow through with something. Somebody could have canceled plans last minute. Or you know why somebody canceled plans, or somebody here knows why you did. 8 of Wands in reverse. The Strength in reverse. Yeah. Somebody's weak. Somebody's weak. Somebody could have a sex addiction, or they're just weak. Somebody's just weak. Somebody can't make up their mind. They're stubborn. They're just weak. Somebody's weak-willed. They just have no self-control. So for some of you guys, I'm not really seeing any new love. I feel like a lot of you guys, after this is like, again, whatever happened recently with a particular person, that's it. It's over. Like a lot of you guys are not going back to nobody who's done anything like this to you guys. You're not. So new love may not be here, like it may not be showing up right now, but this could be something that's important for you guys to know, so that you don't go backwards. So that you can just focus on healing and just focus on yourself and reflecting and things like that. Strength in reverse. Somebody may also be sick. Something backfired also. Somebody could have caught, somebody could be burning. Go watch the fire sign, the recent live I did, please. The weekly reading. Strength in reverse. Yeah, death card in reverse. Somebody refuses to change. Yeah, somebody could have gotten injured or burnt. I'm telling y'all. Somebody may be lying about their status, so be careful. Somebody's not learning from their past mistakes. Somebody just has no integrity. And the warning signs were there. They didn't care. If this person comes back around, I wouldn't even let this person touch me sexually. Yeah, somebody's reckless with their sex life. Very reckless. And it's cost them. Something is catching up to somebody. Somebody's choices, mistakes is catching up to them. Yeah. Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. Somebody refuses to change. They refuse to let something go. Somebody is very stubborn. They don't want to change. They don't want to answer the calling, to sober up, to stop their bullshit, to get some help. Somebody doesn't want to go to therapy. They don't want to get no help. They just want to keep chasing vagina, penis, money, just pleasure. All somebody does is chase pleasure. All they do is pick pleasure over everything. Somebody will pick pleasure over anything meaningful. They'll pick pleasure over spending time with their kids, their spouse if they have, or somebody that they actually want to be with. They'll pick pleasure, they'll pick ecstasy and chasing. Somebody's a thrill seeker. They'll pick that over anything, over logic. Somebody does not use their logic with that King of Swords in reverse. And then when they get burned or when they get hurt, they get angry and blame everybody else. Let's get some oracle messages. So some of you guys are leaving this person behind for good. This is like completely over, done, permanently. So when this person does come back around and does try to sweet talk you or flirt with you, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to shut it down, or you're going to be the ones getting shut down if you were the ones doing this fuck shit. Somebody's going to end up getting shut down. Calmly and nicely, but somebody's going to end up getting shut down. And it's not from a place of anger. Somebody's just over it. It's just over. Somebody's just like, ugh, I want something new. This person is just a waste of time. Nothing is ever growing. Somebody here takes 2 steps forward and then they take 8 steps back. Oracle messages for the fire signs. Somebody has a really big ego. They need a lot of validation from people, a lot of attention. They need to be worshipped. What's going on with the fire signs? Yeah, no, rejection. Yeah, somebody's a Casanova. Blames themselves for rejection and feels unworthy of acceptance. Rejection offers a lesson in resilience, feels trapped in a cycle of rejection and unable to break free. Somebody keeps themselves trapped in this cycle of being rejected by people that they actually want, and then also rejecting people that are actually good for them or people that want them. Somebody needs to love themselves. That's what it is. Somebody doesn't love themselves. When you love somebody, when you love yourself, yeah, twin flame, number 23, number 26. Somebody also compares themselves to people. This person could have been comparing themselves to you, but also caught intentions, feels a barrier to intimacy and unable to form close relationships. Feels powerless in decision-making and unable to influence outcomes. Believes conflict awaits at every turn and struggles to find common ground. This is somebody... The reason why somebody feels this way is because they feel powerless is because they have addiction. Somebody needs to admit that they have a sex addiction. They have a drug, sex, or gambling, or whatever addiction that they have that influences their choices and gets them in these situations where they feel traumatized and burdened and whatever. They need to admit that they have a problem. The first step is admitting is the first step, and until somebody here does that, they're not going to get the help that they need, or they won't see that something that they're doing is a problem. Somebody here thinks they have control over their life, over their impulses, their desires, their pleasures, their thrills. They don't. It controls them. There's nothing wrong with having desires and pleasures, but when that controls you, Number one, it turns into an addiction, and it, you know, and it controls your decision making. Somebody can't form relationships because they have issues with intimacy, and it can stem from their childhood, or it can stem from some type of wound, usually childhood. So, what's going on with the fire signs? Successful, number 30. Somebody could be the age 36 or 35. Seeks validation through fame and feels unstable. The spotlight is euphorial and brings only monetary joy. Material abundance leads to spiritual scarcity. Somebody's not tapped in spiritually with this Hierophant in reverse at all. Somebody is so lost and misguided spiritually, it's not even funny. No exit. Trapped in a situation with no exit or escape. Experiences a perpetual return to the same situations. Trapped in an infinite loop with no escape. Engages in Sisyphean task that never ends. Sisyphean task that never ends. Yeah, third party situation. Another person disrupts your relationship and causes turmoil. Trust broken by infidelity and struggling to rebuild it. Loneliness and infidelity. Yeah, somebody keeps choosing people that don't even fuck with them like that. Or they keep going back to somebody, keep having sex with somebody that they don't need to be doing that with. And somebody's not changing, so they're going to keep experiencing that. Reaching out first, number 75. Take the first step in reaching out and establishing dialogue. Initiate conversations that lead to deeper understanding. Multiple messages through different forms. Somebody here could have blocked somebody. Somebody could be reaching out to somebody through like text-free numbers, social media, email. One time I blocked an ex, and he used to email me or call my job. So somebody could be calling somebody's job, emailing somebody, a different number, social media, whatever. What else? Commitment, number 41. Asking the big question, hoping for a positive response. Uncertainty surrounds long-term decisions and approach with patience. Creates high expectations and intense emotional pressure. I feel like somebody puts a lot of pressure on themselves about what they can give, what they can provide, but they don't really focus on what's important, their character, their morals, which they don't have any. Somebody is not self-actualized. They don't know who they are, and their pleasures, desires, and thrills and good times control and lead their life. And that could be why somebody doesn't really have much going on in life. They can have kids all over the place. Somebody's irresponsible. They're reckless. They don't have no routine. They don't have no structure. Their health is probably a mess. They have a lot of attachments and unhealthy bonds to people or to a particular person that they keep going back to, keep having sex with, whatever. New beginning. Pressing life's reset button and setting new intentions, gaining fresh perspective and seeing the world anew, embracing new beginnings and letting go of the past. A lot of y'all letting this go. This is, like I said, it's over. Somebody fucked up. There's no coming back. The cycle is closed. On to new. That's it. New beginnings. Somebody doesn't want to change. Just is over. And if you guys don't let something go, you're going to keep going through this with this person. But this is your reading. Somebody also could be really bitter about a divorce or a breakup or a separation, but yet they're the reason why this keeps happening. They're the reason why you don't want to fuck with them or a cross-watcher. Anyways, somebody's moving in silence. Somebody also could be trying to like send negativity. Somebody knows that somebody's in a really vulnerable space, or somebody here knows somebody's vulnerabilities. They know somebody's addictions. They know somebody's insecurities, and they use that to reel somebody in or suck somebody in. And because somebody has no self-control, no discipline, they're impatient, whatever, they just fall into it, especially when it comes to sex, I feel like, or doing certain things. But this is your reading, fire signs. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you